Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. This week we're going to do something slightly different and both do commentary. We left from Omaha early enough to see the sun rising behind Little Barrier Island.
The plan was to head 30 nautical miles offshore to the Mokes with 4 of our good friends.
The weather was forecast for light winds all day with a midday high tide. We were greeted by blue water and lots of schoolfish.
There was lots of snapper milling around mid-water. Poppy dives down to have a go at one.
Unfortunately, I was using an unfamiliar gun and missed the snapper.
I see a snapper parked up in the shade. With no cover, I have to take a quick shot.
I find some pink mau mau parked up on the bottom from the surface and dive down to try and get one. I go ahead and miss number 2 for the day.
On my next dive, I go to the bottom and let the pinkies get comfortable and come to me for an easy shot.
Just after Dan returns to the surface, a bronze whaler turns up. There had been some other spearos in the water previous to us, so the shark was quite excited and swimming around on the surface with us. We decided the odds of landing another fish were slim, so we moved spots.
On our way to the next spot, we see a dark patch in the water. We pull up next to it thinking it would be trevally. Turns out it's a big school of kingfish.
The water was clear enough that we could see them over the edge of the boat. Excitement levels were high. Once we get in, it becomes apparent that they're spawning. If you watch closely, you can see the eggs and milt being released into the water. There were half a dozen bronzies swimming around with the kingfish, and we decided early on that we wouldn't shoot any, seeing as they were spawning.
All of the fish were in very good condition and over legal size.
This is the biggest school of kingfish that any of us had ever seen before, so we took a good half an hour to dive with them before we moved on to our next spot.
After diving with the kingfish for half an hour, we move on to a new spot.
With the current running over the rock, the pink mau mau and schoolfish were pushed up higher in the water column. You can see from the coloration on this first pinky that it's a female. Females are pink and orange. The second pinky I dive down and shoot is a male. We call these super pinkies. There's only 1 or 2 super pinkies per school of females. Pink mau mau are protogynous hermaphrodites. This means that they start life as females and change sex to a male at an age or size yet to be determined. Once they become a male, they take on this coloration that you can see. Slightly more purple, with black markings and yellow and orange scribbles on their faces. We move up current and shoot some kohiru, and then Dan burleys them to bring in the snapper which are milling round mid-water.
When diving down the burley trail, I am focusing on the chum, when an overly keen snapper comes racing in and bites me on the wrist. Maybe he liked my gloves. On my next dive, I follow the burley down again. There is multiple snapper competing for the burley this time, and I just wait for one to present a good shot.
We finished the day off by shooting a couple of trevally. Dan's GoPro died on the second trevally, conveniently coinciding with the end of our diving. We arrived back in Omaha pretty happy with a nice mixed bag. Thank you for watching, and remember to like and subscribe.